In CI News this week, MPs speak up for the unborn and expectant mothers in a Westminster Hall debate on decriminalising abortion. A new BBC drama is criticised for pandering to transgender ideology, and the Governor of Nevada derails assisted suicide proposals. Hello and welcome to CI News on the 6th of June. I'm Joanna Tim. MPs have spoken in defence of the unborn and the welfare of expectant mothers. During a Westminster Hall debate triggered by a petition demanding that abortion be decriminalised, it was pointed out that such a move risks a significant rise in the number of unborn children being aborted and would endanger women's health.
If these proposals go ahead and de facto it becomes possible to have an abortion at home up to birth, this could endanger women's health.
One baby is lost to abortion every 2.5 minutes. 26 lives every hour, and this debate will last 3 hours.
It will harm more than helping, and those who suffer will be women who endanger their own safety and will, as well of course as the unborn children, which are equally important.
Individual autonomy, and we see the same with the debate about the end of life, by the way. Individual autonomy trumps all else. That personal interest, dressed up as rights, are more important than the obligations to others, to society, and the duties to the country, and those greater duties to God.
Nigel Farage, despite not being against abortion in principle, has called for the abortion limit to be reduced to match viability. He described it as utterly ludicrous that it is allowed up to 24 weeks, given that babies born earlier are now surviving with increasing regularity. A new BBC commissioned teen drama has been criticised for pandering to transgender ideology. Maya Fostater, Chief Executive of Sex Matters, branded What It Feels Like for a Girl regressive, while Telegraph columnist Suzanne Moore dismissed it as another example of the BBC spouting gender nonsense. The broadcaster championed the serialisation of the memoirs of Paris Lees, a man who lives as a woman, as raw, hedonistic, brutal and hilarious. But women's rights campaigner Fostater warned that presenting the idea of an effeminate boy becoming a girl as an edgy coming-of-age story is presenting delusion as self-discovery. Moore accused the BBC of pushing the notion of trans identity as fun and culturally significant, as well as bending the knee to trans orthodoxy and turning a deaf ear to the Supreme Court ruling that biological sex is real. The European Commission has threatened Ireland with legal action if it does not introduce further restrictions on free speech. Ireland has been given 2 months from the 7th of May to comply with EU laws on hate speech, which are more extensive and wide-reaching than Ireland's current rules, or risk being referred to the EU's Court of Justice. MEP Michael McNamara urged the Commission to revisit the approach that they're taking to hate speech laws.
The aim of hate speech laws is, of course, to suppress division in society and to create social harmony. However, there's absolutely no evidence that they work. In fact, the effect of hate speech laws is exactly to the contrary. People resent the fact that they're threatened with prosecution for expressing their views.
Andrew Tessenborn, a professor of commercial law, called the situation a direct assault on Irish democracy, noting Brussels is telling an elected Irish government to pass a law that its parliament has already rejected. The professor warned that Ireland, acting on the Commission's demands, would impose draconian restrictions on the right of its people to speak their minds. And finally, the governor of the US state of Nevada has derailed an assisted suicide bill, stating, "I will not sign it. It is the 6th time this bill has been put forward in Nevada." The bill's sponsor, Joe Dahlia, pulled the proposals following Governor Lombardo's statement, but committed to bringing it forward again at a later date. Governor Lombardo said an assisted suicide bill is unnecessary because of expansions in palliative care services and continued improvements in advanced pain management. To explore these stories and much more, visit our website christian.org.uk and be sure to subscribe and follow us across our social media channels. Thank you for watching. Have a blessed weekend.